about the seeds and the dispersal of the seed. Now, in your previous class, all of you learned something about some plants have flowers and fruits. The fruits have seeds inside the fruit. Now, from this chapter, we will learn about first topic is structure of the seed. The second topic is types of seed. Third topic is germination from the seed. Fourth is seed dispersal and last one is different dispersal agent. Now, I start with the topic seed. All of you notice the different type of seed in your home. If not, so told your parents and take us some different type of seed. Seeds are very important for us. They provide the energy and food. There are different type of seeds like maize, bajra, wheat, gram, almond. Some seeds are very big in size, but some are the small in size. There are big in size means coconut and walnut, and some are very small seeds, that is mustard and cinnamon. Now, all of you want to know something about more the seeds. Take out some seeds and try to identify the seeds are, some seeds have a smooth texture and some seeds have hard in touching. Some seeds are flat and some seeds are round in shape. So, all of you observe that the seeds have different type of features. Some are smooth, some are hard, some are round and some are flat. Now, topic is seed. Start with the structure of the seed. Structure of the seed is divided into many parts. First is seed coat, second is hilum, third is cotyledons, and fourth one is embryo. Now start with the first point, that is seed coat. All of you, I made a diagram for you students. Look at here. The outer covering of this is the seed coat. The outer covering is seed coat. It protects the seed from the damage like crust. First is seed coat. Next is hilum. Hilum is a second part of the seed. That is, all of you observe that the seed inside have a just teeny portion inside it. Inside, just under the teeny portion, there is a dot-like structure. The dot-like structure is hilum. The main function of the hilum is it absorb the water for the young plants. Next is embryo. Embryo have two parts. First is plumule and second is radicule. Radicule grow and give rise to a root portion. After the root arising, plumule will mature and give rise to a shoot portion. Whenever the shoots are arising from a baby plant, it prepares its own food with the help of photosynthesis. Now, plumule and radicule both make a part embryo. Embryo is a baby plant. Next part is cotyledons. If we break the outermost structure of the seed, we see the fleshy part inside the seed. The fleshy part inside the seed is its cotyledons. Cotyledons, according to the number of cotyledons, seeds are divided into two parts. Now, based on a number of seed leaves or cotyledons, it have two types of seeds. First is monocotyledon and second is dicotyledons. So, dear students, dear children, now told to you When you open the seed, you see a single cotyledon or single leaves inside the leaves. That is monocotyledons. When a seed have only single leaves, it is monocotyledon. That next is dicotyledon. If you try to open the seed of mango or seed of pea, you can observe that there are two seed leaves or two cotyledons inside the seed. That is dicotyledons. Now, I repeat this topic. The structure of a seed. The structure of seed is divided into many parts. First is seed coat. It is the hardest part and protect the seed from the temperature, damage, water effect. Next is cotyledons. Cotyledons is a fleshy part of the seed and it provides the food to the embryo plant. Next is embryo. Embryo is a baby plant and it gives rise to a shoot portion and root portion. Last is hilum. Hilum is a dot-like structure and it absorbs the water because the food stored inside the cotyledon is in a dry form. So, dilution is necessary for the food and hilum provide the water to the cotyledon for the dilution of the food. There are two types of seed, monocotyledon and dicotyledon. When a seed have single leaves, that is monocotyledon, and when a seed have two leaves, that is dicotyledons. Now, dear children, the next topic is the activity in your book. The activity is to identify the seeds. Now, for completing this activity, you need some different type of seeds and water, container and muslin cloth. Now, start the activity. What is the procedure of this activity? Now, first of all, take some different type of seeds. Some are monocotyledons and some have dicotyledons. Now, take a different type of seeds and put it down in a water and drain, put some water in a container. Now keep it in overnight and leave it, don't touch it. After one day, in the morning, drain out the water from the dish and keep the seeds in a muslin cloth. Now, after the muslin cloth, the sprinkle of water is necessary for the moisturing of the seed. Now, what will you observe after a day of tomorrow? Now, open a knot of a muslin cloth and you will observe that the seeds are very soft and fleshy. Now, burst the seed like a seed coat and all of you observe that there are two types of cotyledon inside the seed. First is monocotyledons and second one is dicotyledons. So, the conclusion of this activity is to observe, to know something more about the dicot and monocot. If you observe in a seed have two seed leaves, that is dicotyledons, and if you observe the seed have only one seed leaf, that is monocotyledons. Now, the dear students, next topic is germination. After completion of two topics, first topic is structure of seed and second topic is type of the seeds. Next, third topic is germination of seeds. Now, there are different type of plants that produce different type of seeds. But what happened with the seeds? Some seeds are destroyed by the animals, by the human beings. Some are eaten by the living organism, but some seeds may grow and some seeds may not grow. There are different type of harsh condition for the seeds. That's why they can't grow. Harsh condition means suffer from high temperature, high water and different type of disease like infectious disease. That's why the seed cannot grow well. There are different type of right condition for the proper surviving of the seed. That is, first is water. Water is very important necessary things for the surviving of the seed. The food stored in a cotyledon is in a form of dry, so water is necessary for dissolving the food. Next point is air. Air provides the energy to proper growing. Seeds want some energy, so the oxygen is providing the energy of the seed. Third is warmth. Warmth means temperature. Too high and too low temperature both are very harmful for the seed. Seed cannot be grow in very high temperature and very low temperature. The optimum temperature the seed needed is 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. No more heat, no more cold weather is necessary for the seed. Now come on the point germination. Germination is a process in which seed give rise to a new plant. Here is a process for the germination. When we put it down a seed inside the soil and give out the proper amount of water to the seed, after some time we will observe that some radicule. In a previous topic, I explained the radicule. Radicule provide the root portion. So here you can see the radicule portion grow into a root. Next, in next stage, after some time, you will observe that seed coat is appeared. Seed coat, that is seed coat. In the last topic I explained the seed coat. It is the hardest part of the seed. So seed coat is appear in a seed. Now after few days the seed coat more develop and change into cotyledons. Dicotyledons and roots are proper functioning. After that point, when they get proper amount of sunlight, the leaves are arising from the upside. When the leaves are arising from the seeds, that means baby plant is ready for the preparation of the food with the help of photosynthesis. Leaves are the indication is that the plant is ready for the preparation of the food. And leaves have chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is very important for the process of the photosynthesis. After getting the proper amount of water and sunlight, some seeds are not growing well. It needs some proper period of time for the sleeping. That time is the seed dormancy. After completing this seed dormancy period time, the plants or seeds will grow better form. Now listen students, after completing the last topic is germination of seed. Now start with the last topic, and the last topic is seed dispersal and different dispersal agent. Now, all of you have a question in your mind, what happened with the seeds? If you think that all die, some plants will unmature, some plants shed their leaves. So there are different type of problems the plants face for this the proper growing of the seeds. Now, nature is a very important phenomenon for the dispersal of the seed. Now, question is, what is the dispersal of the seeds? When seeds are here and there transferred from the animals, there are different type of agents which help the transferring of the seeds. Now, first agent is by wind. Second agent is by water. Third agent is animal, and the fourth agent is explosion of the seed. So there are different type of agents that help to transferring the seed here and there. Now coming on the first point, by wind. By wind is the first point that help to transferring the seed. First point example of this is orchid seed. It is a very light-weighted seed and it fly off and far off place give rise the new plant. Next is dandelion. Dandelion is a second example of the by wind type of agent. It have the hairy root inside, and the hairy root is very light weighted, and by wind they fall off the place and give rise to a new plant. Next example is sycamore. Sycamore have wing-like structure, and the wing enable the seeds to flying and give rise to a new plant. Next one is by water. By water, there are some type of seeds that float the upper surface of the water. The very important example is the coconut. Coconut have a very thick layer that enable it to float in a water, and it happen most of the plants which are like the coastal areas, coconut are grown near the sea areas. The coconut fall off and float the seed and far off grow very well. Next is lotus plant. Lotus have seeds. Seeds are very spongy and lightweight. That's why they float on a surface of water and give rise to a new plants. Next topic is animals. Animals are very important agent for the dispersing of the seeds. Some seeds are very juicy and sweet in taste, so some animals and some human beings eat the fleshy part of the fruit and leave the hardest part inside the fruit, that is seed, and the disperse to and fall off here and there. After some time, the seeds will germinate and give rise to a new plant. The example is apple. Apple have a seed. आप सब लोगों ने देखा होगा, हम लोग कभी भी सीड्स को बहुत ही ज़्यादा केयर से नहीं रखते हैं. We fall off the seeds here and there and it give rise to a new plants. Next example is cherry, strawberry. There are different type of seeds which are eaten by the animals and the human beings. Last one is explosion of the seeds. Explosion of the seed means peas, bitter gourd and balsam. There are different type of seeds. When the fruit is matured and after maturing it bursts out, and the seeds inside this fruit or vegetable fall off in different places and give rise to a new plant. Now half-cotyledon, plumule, radicale, hilum, embryo and seed pod. Second is type of seed. According to the number of seed leaves, there are two type of seed. First is monocotyledon and second is dicotyledon. Third is germination of seed. Germination of seed is a process in which seed give rise to a new plant. And there are many different type of stable condition or favorable condition which enable the plant seed to grow very well. Last is seed dispersal and different aging. Seed dispersal is an important phenomenon for the seeds when the seeds are transferred here and there by the different type of agents like by wind, by water, by animals and by the explosion of seeds. That's why plants don't take any competition just to each other and grow very well, and for this is a best phenomenon of the nature for the suitable growing of the seeds. Now students, it's over your